welcome back to the channel. So if you're like me, you probably use more than one app to invest and trade at any one time. At the moment, I've got about 6 or 7 apps on this phone. I use about 3 or 4. And yes, that is indicative of the fact that I do reviews here on YouTube. So if I'm going to do a review, I will download the app, I will use it for a bit, test it out so that I can do an informative review, right? But one of the questions that I did get quite a bit last year was, Pete, how come I just can't have a current account that will allow me to have an investment or a trading account bolted onto it? And the answer to that was, well, the options for that on the market right now are pretty slim. But I have found Fineco Bank. Fineco Bank do exactly that. They allow you to have a current account, alongside that, an investment and a trading account all in one. And here's the kicker: for £0 cost, free. We're going to be talking about them today in this video. It is going to be a review of Fineco Bank. So if you're new to this channel, make sure that you subscribe. This is the kind of stuff that I talk about. It's about information, education to help you make the best financial and investment decisions. Smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Other people will get to see this video who may need it by you doing so. And make sure you hit that notification bell. I upload every Tuesday and every Friday at 5 p.m. Let's have a look at Fineco Bank. All right, so let's talk about Fineco, because you may not have heard the name Fineco Bank. Indeed, they are an Italian bank. They've been around since 1999. And in Italy, they are a huge bank. So here in the UK, just compare them to the likes of Barclays and HSBC, they are a household name. They are traded on the Italian stock market, so that gives you an idea of their size. And in Italy, they are known for being the bank that has allowed people to have a current account that they can invest and trade from, providing that one-stop centralized solution, if you will. In terms of their brand here in the UK, they are still relatively new. They've only been here since 2017, but they're coming here with the same ethos that they want to empower you to be able to invest from your current account and trade from your current account and keep that process simple, and at the same time keep it competitive in terms of the cost. And we will talk about how competitive and attractive they are on the cost side of things, on the trading and investing. And look, for most providers here in the UK, they're providing a similar service, charging way more. So if you are investing and you're trying to keep your costs down, these guys really are in the pack when it comes to low cost investing. But before we get into that, I think it's really, really important for us to cover the important things, for us to cover regulation. So if you've watched any of my previous review videos, you will know that there are 2 things that I absolutely preach are non-negotiable when you're selecting a new provider, particularly if you're going to deposit money with them or you're going to use them as an investment or a trading vehicle. If they don't have these 2 things, you need to run for the hill. The first one is they have to be authorized and regulated by the FCA. They are the regulators here in the UK. They are here to protect you and I, so they need to be regulated by them. The second thing is they have to give you some kind of protection for your deposits, for the money that you want to place with them, whether that be in cash or whether that be via an investment or via a trading service. You have to have some protection. So that's what I want to cover in this section of the video. And for that, we're going to go to the website. Let's cover the first one first. FCA regulation. So this is the Fineco website, and we need to go down to the footer here to find the regulation status that we actually need. Now, I've highlighted this text because this phraseology may be alien to many people who haven't seen this kind of language before, so I want to explain what it essentially means. So it says, Fineco Bank is a trademark license for use by Fineco Bank SPA, authorized by the Bank of England and subject to limited regulation by the Financial Conduct Authority and Prudential Regulation Authority. Now, what does that actually mean? It basically means that this company is dual regulated. Remember, they are founded and they are based in Italy, but they are operating in the UK under passporting rights. That gives them the ability to operate. It's a piece of legislation. And as such, they have to adhere to 2 sets of regulations, one in Italy, one in the UK. Now, because they are dual regulated doesn't mean that one regulation takes precedent over the other. That is not the case. In the financial services industry, when a company is dual regulated, both sets of regulations are held at the same standard. So if they fell short of the regulation here in the UK or vice versa, they could have a huge, huge fine. So don't let the phrase limited regulation freak you out. You are still covered. And actually, the fact that they are dual regulated actually is an advantage to you as a consumer, because they have to adhere to two sets of standards consistently and continually. And the other thing that I do want to point out here is it's mentioned the Financial Conduct Authority, the Prudential Regulation Authority. What's the difference? The FCA is essentially the body that, but both of them are in London, but the FCA is essentially concerned with client outcomes. They are basically in the business of making sure that you and I are protected, so that Fineco Bank hasn't got some really poor practices that might disadvantage you and I. That's what they're concerned with. They're concerned with client outcome. The Prudential Regulation Authority is part of the Bank of England, and they are more about governance and making sure that companies actually adhere to the regulation as well. Both of these entities work hand in hand. So they've mentioned them separately because they have to, but they are dual regulated. It is a good thing for you as a customer. Now let's talk about the Financial Services Compensation Scheme. This one works slightly differently. Again, it is an Italian company. So if you decide to use them, you will be covered under the Guarantee Deposit Scheme. Let me explain how this works. It is essentially protection up to €100,000, which is around about £89,000, so slightly more than what you would get under the Financial Services Compensation Scheme. And I actually had to Google this in doing research. If Fineco Bank were to go bust and disappear off the face of the planet tomorrow and you put in a claim, the Deposit Guarantee Scheme will pay out in 20 working days. So it's actually quicker than the Financial Services Compensation Scheme here in the UK. But they are regulated, authorized, they are dual regulated, I should say, by the Financial Conduct Authority. And yes, you do have protection for your deposits for trading, investing, and deposit purposes if you decide to use them. Now I want to jump into some of what they actually do. So we're going to have a look at the banking side, the trading side, and the investing side. I'm just going to highlight a few things that I think are really, really cool. And particularly when it comes to costs, these guys are definitely in the game. So this is their banking page, and when you open an account with them, they send you two cards. They send you two debit cards. They send you a GB, a British pound card, and they send you a Euro card as well. So what they're alluding to here when they say free EU and UK withdrawals is that if you're in Europe, you're going on holiday, or you're working in Europe, you simply load money into your Fineco account and you spend money on your Euro card. That basically helps you save money on conversion rates and withdrawal fees effectively. It's a really good function. I'm going to be using that this year, touch wood, because we're going back to Stelvio Pass. We're driving down a week and a half in June. And whilst I'm in Europe, I'll be loading money into my Fineco account and using the Euro card in Europe, and that will save me some money. But essentially, you can pay bills in Europe as well using your Euro debit card. You can send money globally to 250 different destinations with 20 currencies as well. And I do want to highlight the currencies because they are here. I had a question back end of the year, maybe November last year, asking how you can access the Canadian markets. You can access the Canadian markets with Fineco. You can also trade or invest in the Canadian dollar as well, which we'll come on to in a moment because that's a really important point that is worthwhile bearing in mind. So you've got 21 or so currencies right there that you can trade in. And these are all pegged to your account. So you're essentially getting a multi-currency account as well. In terms of exchange rates, this is the difference that they're making. I mean, if you're looking at £2,000 conversion, Fineco fees £4.46. If you look at the competitors, quite a bit more expensive. So if you're looking to make some currency exchanges, you're going to get some really good rates on there as well. And then no extra charges applied either. So worthwhile bearing in mind. But let's talk a little bit about the trading side of their offering, because I think that if you are a serious trader and it's something that you're doing every single day, one of the big things that I know that you're going to be keeping an eye on is your cost. And when it comes to cost, Fineco are very, very attractive when it comes to cost. If you're able to keep your costs down, you're able to improve your profits. And that's the whole points here. So let's jump onto their trading side. I'm also going to show you a little bit around their power desk as well, which is a professional trading interface that they actually have. So here we are. This is the power desk, and it's an advanced trading platform. You get live prices, intuitive charting, chart trading. You get 66,000 real-time news articles or items per day. So this is really, really important if you're trading, because you know how important it is that you're able to make your decisions on current information. So having them available and having 6,000 per day, and they're very specific to the stock that you're looking at as well, I'll show you in a moment. That's a powerful tool. Push notifications, automatic orders, personalized desks. You get the technical analysis and historical reports in there as well. You can have that as a downloadable item that goes onto your desktop, but you also got that available as a web platform as well. You get detailed snapshots, stock screener. I'll come to that in a moment for you as well. Got free quotes and deep book interactive charts too. I do want to pay attention a little bit to their charging structure. Again, you can trade in local currency, so this is something that is really, really, really powerful if you're planning to use them. But let's have a look at their charging structure. And I think if you're trading, this is going to be a good thing. No monthly fee at all for trading. No custody fees, no deposit fees, no minimum deposits needed. That's a big one. No inactivity charges. That's a big one. No portfolio transfer costs, no conversion fees, no market connectivity cost either. Again, this is all about how can you keep your costs down. This is a compelling way of keeping your costs down and still having this in one place connected to your current account, keeping it very, very, very simple. In terms of access to things, so this is one thing that is definitely worthwhile mentioning. If you're using them for trading, you're getting access to 9,000 stocks, CFDs, Forex. You get access to 54 currency pairs, options, futures, ETFs, bonds. So you've got access to quite a lot to trade on a global basis if you use them as well. Now, let's just jump into the investing side of what they do. Now, again, with investing, it is all about keeping costs down. And if you're a first-time investor or you're an experienced investor, that is one of the things that is definitely going to be on your radar. And in the UK, there are certainly some providers that are charging, you know, a fair price, and fair is subjective, right? It's depending on the work that they basically do. But even on the investing side, Fineco have got their costs down, like really, really, really down. And you're not able to do this if you're not a big company that demands, that has economy of scale, in order to try and get these kind of deals. So on the investing side here, you're going to get access to 350 funds from about 10 fund managers. Some of these names you might know: Fidelity, M&G, Aberdeen, Standard, JP Morgan. But look at this pricing. Like, you can invest from £100, right? You've got annual platform fee of 0.25. That's the maximum you're going to pay. There's no hidden fees, no spreads, no exit costs or transfer fees, no dealing charge for buying or selling funds. And you get to transfer from another bank with no transfer fee either. Really important stuff. When you come down here and you start to have a look at their pricing structure, first £250,000, 0.25, between 250 and a million, 0.15, between a million and 2 million, 0.05. Over £2 million, it's free. Really, really competitive pricing structure. You can also buy ETFs with these guys, and you can start investing in ETFs with these guys with about £50 per month, essentially. And ETFs are great ways for you to access the market at a low cost. It gives you diversification. It gives you saturation within the market. If you've not watched a video on ETFs, definitely go and watch it right there. But you can start investing in ETFs with these guys at £50 a month. I do want to go into my account and just show you a couple of things that I think are really, really important. And particularly if you're trading, this will be something that you need to know. And I will say, on the trading side, let me just go back very, very quickly. If you are interested in just having a little bit of a demo, you can go on their website and you can actually just click on, let me just fill in this section here, and actually get a demo with a member of their team. So don't forget to do that. But let's just log into my account right now. Okay, so this is my account, and I just want to go into the trading side because I think there are some really good features that they have in here. So if you're looking to invest in a particular theme, and looking for ideas, then you've got quite a bit there. They've got some new COVID defense and potential options here. You've got high dividend blue chip companies. You've got Warren Buffett. So let's have a look at this very, very quickly, see what companies are actually in there. So let's go and have a look at the top one, Anglo American, right? So you click on this here, and one thing that I absolutely love is they give you all of the current information about what the stock is at. It gives you ISIN numbers, but I want to highlight the consensus because if you're trading, it's really important for you to kind of know what the market is feeling or how the market is feeling. And for Anglo American today, right now, it is a buy. So it's not a strong buy, but it's a buy, and it gives you a sense of market sentiment in terms of whether a stock is a buy right now. Now that obviously doesn't mean that you don't do any further analysis, technical analysis or fundamental analysis to inform your decision. But this is the kind of stuff that you have available within this platform. And guess what? You're not paying any additional money to access this. It is exactly the same on the investing side as well. You've got some ideas here. So how do you want to invest? Are you looking for bonds? Are you looking for equities? Are you looking for a UK focus or a USA focus? What are you looking for? Let's have a look at a UK focus right here. And let's just pick one of these fund options available here. So this is a JP Morgan UK Equity Growth, and it is an accumulation fund as well. And within this, again, you're getting all of the relevant information. You can access charts in here as well, so you can start kind of like gauge historic performance. You can go back 6 months on here, 1 year, 5 years. So you can have a look at the chart in terms of how it's actually performed, composition. So you can have a look at what is actually within this. It's giving you tools, things that you can have a look at. Normally, if you're trying to do this research, you're going to be using a number of different fact sheets. You might use TrustNet to access some of this information, or maybe a little bit of Google. Everything is in one place here. You also get the ratings as well included within this. So guys, look, this has been a very, very quick look at Fineco. And personally, I've opened my account and I might start using this to centralize and simplify some of my stuff, because being able to have your current account linked into your investment and your trading account is actually quite a powerful thing. The account opening process for them, it took me about 15 minutes all online. I scanned in my ID because they do KYC. They have to. KYC is know your customers. They have to carry out ID checks and all that kind of stuff. But it took 15 minutes to open the current account, the investment account, and the trading account. And again, those two things come along with the current account at no additional cost. You get the screeners, you get all of the intelligence, all of the analysis, completely for free. So there it is, guys. If you do want to check out Fineco Bank, they are offering 100 free trades for your first 2 months with them, which is a fantastic offer. There is a link in my description, and it's the perfect opportunity for you to just check them out, see what they're all about, see if you enjoy the platform. But like I said, they've got a lot of stuff in one place just to simplify your trading and your investing. If you've not listened to the podcast this week, make sure you go check it out right there. And always remember, money is a tool, life is for living. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend. I'll catch you on Tuesday.